Hi, and welcome to HUR at Home. Caught me a little off guard, but you know what? It's all good. We have on a very talented artist tonight. I know you have been loving her new song, Breathe, but there's a lot about this singer that you may not know. I know I didn't know she was doing so many things. You've heard of a triple threat? Well, what do you call someone who excels in five? An artist who has just got five, at least five dynamic things that they're doing well. Well, I'll let you decide. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Alyze Elyse.
Hi.
Hey!
Hi.
Wow, it's so nice to meet you. This is your first time on this
Yes,
platform.
it is. It is.
Yeah,
I'm
how
so
you
happy.
doing?
I'm great today. I really am. I'm
Awesome.
trying to relax and breathe. I'm trying to breathe.
Relax and breathe. I
Breathe.
love your song. I mean, the first time I heard it, I was like, okay, this song, there's a whole lot of attitude. She's like, don't try to act like
Like,
we're
don't do
something
it.
we're not.
Right. Right.
I mean, it's saying so many things.
Yeah.
And so, first of all, did you write this song yourself?
Yes, I did. Mhm.
So tell us what it's about. What were you
You
dealing
know,
with when you
I
wrote this?
I think mentally I was just fed up with some things.
Yeah.
And I deal with people a lot, and a lot of people, people have a tendency to want to deal with each other, but they know that they're unequally yoked, whether it be friendship, love, business. And so we would, people like to pretend that everything's all great.
Right.
And I'm just like, I'm not with the pretending. That's not me.
Mm,
I'm not one to pretend like that. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
going to be very hard for me to feel right, even doing anything with anybody. Far as
I love that.
just going back and forth. So when I wrote the song, I was in that space, and I was like,
Hmm.
I'm getting rid of all the fake stuff. I'm not
Yeah.
dealing with it. Bye. So
Yeah.
that was my energy. And so when I wrote the song, it just came to me because of the energy that was on me.
I
So
like it.
that's what it was.
So it wasn't necessarily a romantic relationship that sparked it.
It had it, like I said, with energies, it
Hmm.
can be business, love, all those things. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I
So
do.
I started recognizing that. Like, you know what? It's not just the business, just not my, oh, look at my boo. My boo is getting on my nerves.
Right.
It's not just that. It was everything. It was
Enough.
a collective of things. So it
Yeah.
wasn't just the relationship part. So
Enough of the fakery.
yes.
Across the board
I
fakery.
figured, hey, but see, when you're doing a song, you also have to, make it relatable at the same time,
Mhm.
So because I've been through relationships that have made me want to just, you
Yeah.
still just fight. But I've noticed that, even in that moment when I was in that situation, I noticed that also we had to be equally yoked in order for us to work. And if I didn't feel that equal, I didn't want to be there.
Yeah,
I
good.
just don't want to be there.
That
That's
had to be a good feeling when you just let that go and came
when
to
you
that realization
right.
that you don't have to. You don't have
You
to
don't
accept
have
that.
to. Like once you realize that you are the author of your destiny,
Hmm.
you are the author of your whole entire life. Like when you look back and you don't like what you see, ask yourself, what are you planning? How are you
Hmm.
allowing people? Because you set the tone on how people treat you.
Yeah.
So if you allow them to just treat you any kind of way, they'll do it.
Oh,
You said,
absolutely.
right, come on, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going
You
to
know what? I
teach you.
love it. I mean, that's just, oh, you know what? Shout out to everybody who has taken the time to comment. We
And
love
oh
it. I
my,
mean,
I see some of my people.
oh, good. We got Ashley over
I
here. We've
see
got
them.
Isabella from Dubai. She says
Yes.
hi.
Oh, hi,
We got
Isabella.
Batman,
Yes,
Roger,
yes. Hi,
Joyce,
sis. Yeah, I see that. I see that.
Odessa,
What?
gorgeously made. Oh, I love that name. But I love that you're just so, for
Hi.
lack of a better description, self-actualized. That
Yes, yes.
you know what I mean? That you're,
Self-entrepreneur, that I've been doing this for a long time, and I think that self-independence, it just kind of goes all the way down the line. You know what I'm saying? I
mm,
do it with everything in my life, but I'm not gonna talk to him. I'm gonna let you go ahead and start. I'm gonna let you do the interview. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
no, listen, we are here to get to know you. A lot of the
right.
fans, a lot of your fans
Yeah.
know your music, but they don't know
Well,
you
you know
as
what?
a
They know
person
my
and your
mo-
process.
they know my movies. I'm more known for the films
So
and
let's talk about that.
yeah,
Let's talk about
yeah.
Alize, the actress. Let's
Yeah,
start
actually,
there.
the actress, I really don't consider myself an actress. That's crazy.
Okay.
People always be like, "You're an actress." I don't consider that. I'll jump in some of the films sometime because I actually like doing it sometimes. But at the same time, I don't consider myself an actress. But I'll take it. I know how to
And
do it.
yes, you do. I mean, you're a filmmaker.
Yeah,
I mean, that I am just to read all of, I mean, she's a singer, songwriter, actress, screenwriter, and filmmaker. And there's probably more. There's probably more that she's doing that it's not even listed in her bio.
right.
So how did you get into the whole movie business, the filmmaking business?
It's funny that I actually was on a 10-city tour down in the South and
Now, when you say the South, because you're from North Carolina, you
down
mean
south,
down? Okay. Okay.
like all the way down there.
Okay.
So
Deep South.
I was in deep South, like Tupelo, Mississippi, South, that
Oh, yeah.
area. And I remember going on this tour, and I remember going to a couple of the radio stations, and I was so excited to be there, but they didn't even like they would be like, "We about to play your song," but they didn't have it keyed in, so I was so frustrated. Like it's
Mm,
not like how can you be playing it if it's not, like if it's not in there? So I'm so
yeah.
frustrated.
You kind of
So,
need to.
yeah, I was in my space. I really was frustrated, and so I remember going on another show, and it was nobody there. I was like, oh my god, this is just like going from bad to worse to, you know what? I'm about to lose all my confidence. So everything was like dying inside of me.
Yeah.
My spirit was broken because that it just broke my spirit. And I
Yeah.
remember my partner telling me, you gotta have faith and you gotta have this. I'm like,
Mm,
you know what? I get that I have to have faith, but this right here is in my face, and this is
yeah.
beyond.
That's hard.
this
That's
is
hard.
showing me that maybe I'm in the wrong timeline.
Yeah.
So I remember coming back to North Carolina to Greensboro, and I remember sitting in my car and I was so sad. I was so sad from the tour, from everything that went on, just spent all this money. And I get home and I'm just like, I have to find something else to do. I'm working at a job, trying to, every time I got to do something at the radio station or go at the radio station or any type of outdoor, I'll quit the job. So
Okay.
I always work temps.
Okay. That's perfect.
Because guess what? If I have to go, I'm going. Because I
Thank
already
you.
made up my mind. I'm a single. I'm a star.
There you go. These temps are just kind of filling in the
That's
blanks.
right.
I love
But
that.
because I had to still take care of the bills. And
Yeah.
so I remember just that's when I came back, I couldn't get the job at the temp service. I'm like, I am messed up. I have messed this all the way up.
Right.
And I remember sitting out there, and all of a sudden, it's crazy. I know people think I'm crazy when I say this, but when I was sitting in my car, something said, write a movie. I just heard it clear as day as me and you talking.
Wow.
And I said, I sat there and I just said to myself, I know I just didn't hear a voice say write a movie. Like, I don't know nothing about writing no movie. I
Hmm.
know nothing about it. What am I, how, what? So I, maybe, that's just me in some space. So I remember going and going on, a couple of weeks went by. I heard it again. And this time it told me, when you write this movie, it's going to give you more exposure than anything you've ever done.
Wow.
And so I said, well, I don't even have an idea. I don't have an idea. And one day I was listening to my album, Innocent. That's my first movie,
Hmm.
Innocent. I was listening to my
Mm.
album and I was playing it. And all of a sudden, a story came to me, every word. And I
Wow.
remember writing this story. I wrote Innocent. I can't guarantee you, I think I was done in 5 days. The words, I just could not
Wow.
stop. I was writing. I just had my pencil and my paper and I'm just writing. And I would give it to someone and say, you type it. I don't know how to type. So
But you know what? I love that story because oftentimes, I just got goose pimples. Oftentimes, artists and songwriters will say that they believe the whole song came through them. And
Right.
I know that's true. And that's what you're describing, that it didn't even come from you, it came through
Came
you.
through you, yes. And
Yeah.
that's the energy that I look for when I'm doing anything. Like I know people always tell me, when you're going to do another movie, when you're going to do this, when you're going to do that. I move off of energy that moves me. If it's
Mhm.
not moving me, I'm still. I'm going to sit still because
Mhm.
I don't want. I've done things where I didn't move off of energy and I hated it. I'm
Yeah.
looking at it like, man, that's
I totally agree. Yeah.
girl. Like, what are
Yes.
you thinking? Like you're trying to do this and they don't have no feeling to it. You know, that's me. I'll get in that space.
Which is a very spiritual concept. I mean, I believe the way God speaks to us is through our intuition.
Yes, yes,
And, listening to that voice, which I believe comes from God.
that's right.
And like you, when I go off on my own, it
Mhm.
never really works out when you don't include
You
God.
hate
But
it. It was like, this is, I'm not, some people are built like that. Some people can go out there and they don't need all of that. And then some people that, they say some are chosen and some will be called. And some people are just doing it just because they want it. It looks fun, but they don't really
right.
have no connection to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if there's nobody paying you any money, would you do it?
There's that part right there.
You see what I'm saying?
That part, that's when you know you're in the flow, that you're
Yeah,
doing what you're supposed to be doing, right?
that's
It's
right.
funny, just in sometimes, do you ever talk to young girls who might want to do one of the things that you're doing? Because that is such good advice to young girls. It's like, what is it that young people,
Right, right.
what would you do if you didn't get paid?
I get a lot of DMs of people asking me questions.
Hmm.
I'm not really. I don't set myself up as some counselor to tell people all this stuff because I'm still in my mindset of working
Yeah.
in that stage. But what I do when I post, you can look at my post and see everything that you need to know. Everything that you need to see about. Like if you need advice, look at my post. I post it. I say little memes. I say little things. You can do that because you may not get me to sit on the phone and talk to you because I'm gonna want to get paid. Not
Okay. So you can call me, but
all these years. I'm gonna need to get some money. Okay. So,
Cash App or however you want to do
but
it.
sometimes if they come to me, there's some people I've given advice to. If they're not sitting there just trying to, some things you can Google. Like
Yeah.
I was a Googler. I pull up Google or I went and bought little magazines, books, and I researched
Yeah.
everything that I need. I never had a mentor there or a teacher there. I had to be, like I always tell people, they say, I need my support base. That's true. We all do need one, but you have to learn that these are your support base. This right here
That's
is
true.
your support base.
That's right.
This is your support base because somebody
Thank you.
may not want to come in and share that with you. We all know gatekeepers are everywhere in this game. So at the end of the day, you're not going to always get what you want to get. You see what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
always try to study for myself.
That's
I
good.
try to look for what I need to look for myself. And it actually works out better for me that way. Then I
Yeah.
don't owe anybody anything. I don't have to say this person did this for me. And then they come to me like, you owe me. Like, I don't owe
Right.
you.
Thank you. Well, you know what? I mean, so much can be said about a person who is self-made. Yes, it's great to have a good team around you, but you've got to do a lot of the work yourself,
You do.
if you really want to be
Right.
successful. Now,
That's right.
you are just getting so much love. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the comments.
I'm not.
Colleen said, Alyze, you look so pretty.
Thank you,
Oh,
Colleen.
I
I
love
love her.
Colleen.
She's a
Oh,
beautiful woman. I can't wait to really just meet her. She's so
she's so
beautiful.
beautiful.
She's so beautiful. Yes.
Isabella said, you are very inspiring.
Thank you,
Uh,
Isabella.
Okivi said, live is going on. Yes, indeed. That man, hands down, one of the best. Oh my goodness. So, a lot of people cannot excel in more than one area.
Right.
And what you've described is, you're a great singer. You've got this great new song, Breathe, which we are playing on the #1 music station in the Washington, D.C. area. Song is called Breathe, and it's just beautiful. But, you're describing this whole, you wrote a whole movie in a week, less than a week.
Yes.
and you direct, you're a filmmaker. Um, do you find that they conflict, or do they feed each other as a creative person?
I feel like when I was spoken to spiritually, that the universe knew, number one, that I did have a sense of insecurity.
Okay.
Also, that's in this game, you can't be insecure. And I
Well, but
was.
most are. They
But
put on the ego facade.
I was very good at covering it up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you see me sweat. I could be crying, bubbled up inside, like I am just a mess.
Yeah.
But guess what? I won't let you see it. So I think that the movie world, it it connected me confidence
Hmm.
wise, because it put me in a space where I had to be a certain way. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
so the way I look at it is that when I did the movie gave me an outlet for the music to be heard, as well
Mhm.
as the lyrics that, I wrote the songs, and then I also wrote the lyrics of the film. So to see
Wow.
the film coming alive like that with the people that I had in there and my music playing behind it, it represented, because the song was called the album, and the movie was called Innocent. So you got to
Mhm.
understand the actual, they connected. They
Oh,
connect.
yeah,
So
definitely.
every scene, you're going to find that song, like, you know what, she's doing exactly what's in that song.
Hmm.
Connected. So I think that the universe, I think source, mama, I call her mama.
Oh,
Mama
I
was,
like that.
I call her mama, and mama was actually bringing all of it together to give me something to say, you
Mm.
don't have to give up. I got you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I got you.
Right? Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And you know what I also love is that, you talked about doing the legwork on your
Yes.
own.
Right.
And you're an
Right.
independent artist. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like somebody is saying, okay, we're going to do this for you, we're going to do that.
Right.
And, you're featured on Billboard charts, major streaming platforms, Amazon Prime, all these places. People are like, what? So, I mean, that's got to be blowing you away.
You know what? Sometimes it didn't stick to me until later. It's funny. I didn't let it get to my head. I never let it get to my head. I might have got upset with with the hater mate. You always gonna have those people that come for you
Yeah.
and make you feel bad about what you do. I might have
Or
got upset.
try.
Yeah, or and I got upset a lot about that. Like, oh, well, I'm doing the work and you out there on the bench just talking trash.
Right.
So that side of me I had to come to a space to myself to realize that, guess what, you can't be fighting everybody that has something to say
Mm,
about what you're doing.
good
That
girl.
took me so long. I mean, I went into heavy depression over
Good. I could imagine.
fighting with people and
Yeah.
to, trying to ignore the bad, and I couldn't even recognize the good. I'm like, look at the
Yeah.
good. You
No,
got all
I
this
understand.
stuff going
And
on.
that, listen, you are light years beyond a lot of people because it is hard. Everybody wants to be liked. And especially you're out here, you're in a very public career
Right. Mhm.
and you're doing
So
it
put
for
yourself
people.
out there. You put
You're
yourself
putting
out
yourself out there.
there, and
You're
people don't
vulnerable.
put yourself out there. You're going to get hit. You can
Yeah.
get hit in good ways, or you can get hit in negative
So
ways.
what do you tell yourself now when the
Now
negative
I'm
comes?
like, it don't even matter. When people
Good.
say, I want to tell you what I didn't like, I don't even care. Thank you for watching that movie.
Thank you.
Okay?
Right.
It's not, and sometimes constructive criticism is good. But
Yeah.
sometimes when you have people that's in your field, they can't, it's hard for you to kind of come and construct me, because I got to know where your motive is.
Yeah.
I got to know, are you doing it from a good intention? Or are you doing it from a space that you're trying to knock me down? Because
Yeah.
you're not going to trick me off my place. Like, I'm
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Thank you. Discernment.
So guess what?
Discernment.
You're where you are. I'm not trying to trick you. I have people that hit me up and say, could you watch my film and tell me what you think? And I told them, it's not what I think. It's not what I think.
Yeah.
The reason why it's not what I think, because there's an audience for everybody.
Yes,
Because
there is.
I could tell you I hate it. Are you going to
Right.
stop? Are you
Yeah.
just going to stop? Or are you just going to get to a space where you just accept that, guess what? It's an audience out here for everybody.
Yeah. And
I used to think,
also,
yeah, I used to think
what
there
you're,
wasn't an audience for me, but there was.
yeah, yeah. And also what you're doing is basically saying, I don't know why people do that a lot, because
Right,
they don't really want you to criticize it. They
right,
want you to know that they're out here too and to help them get
right,
to where they're trying to go. But what I wish they would realize is you don't want to go to another artist by saying, look, I'm a singer too, help me sing. No, you don't go to another artist for that.
that's right, that's
You
right.
just do your thing. And just like you said, if you like it, don't look for my,
Yeah, because I may tell you something you don't want to hear. And
yeah,
then the same way I don't put myself in a space where I'm not, like, if I ask you, then therefore I'm open for whatever you're going to say.
right.
But I don't ask you because I don't need to know. Because I'm going
Yeah,
to go off my own. I'm going off of what I feel.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's just it. And I
yeah.
think more people need to understand, we need to get more people. I think more people need to just understand, you know what, if you feel it, it's in your spirit, then go for it.
Yes, there is an audience for you.
It's an
There's an
audience.
audience. You got to have the confidence that
Yeah.
my girl is
Then go.
talking about.
And you know what? But I always tell people another thing: never, 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 never compare yourself to another person. Another
Yeah,
person's situation may not be yours.
right.
You
It
get what I'm
isn't
saying?
yours.
Stop doing.
Yeah,
A lot of people hate an artist just so bad because they're in a position that they want to be in. But
right.
guess what? What's for them is for them.
Hmm.
What's for them is for them.
Colleen, I know where to go when I need inspiration. I can't wait for the full CD. Yes, speak. Tell the truth. Oh, and she also said, if things don't work out in film and songs, you could be a psychiatrist.
I'll take it. And look, I think
Okay.
it's a lot of money.
You know what I love about you, and I'm so happy to meet you. This is my first time having a conversation with you, and I just knew, okay, beautiful lady, beautiful voice. I love the lyrics of your latest song, and I love what you do. But now we're all getting a sense of where this is coming from, and it's authentic.
Right,
I mean, what you're saying is very inspiring.
right,
And, I love the fact that you're also very honest about the vulnerability. I mean, the times when you weren't as confident.
right,
And so many artists I've spoken to, and I get it, because of the negativity and how hard it is to really push through
right,
and to stick it out. Some of your favorite artists, and that's to everybody watching,
right.
many of your favorite artists seriously considered stopping.
That's
Some of the most talented people
true.
that you can't imagine their music not being out there, they almost gave up
And
because it is so
and most
hard.
people don't get that successful people fail. We
Yeah.
all failed somewhere.
Yeah.
We just kept being consistent. I've
Mhm.
been consistent all these years. There are times I've seen myself quit, many times,
Mhm.
but something to keep pushing me and
Yeah.
say, here's something for you to keep going, like a little carrot.
Yeah.
I'm a rabbit and the carrot is like there. I'm like, I'm going to go get it. And then I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm quit. I'm done. And then all of a sudden there goes the carrot again. And so I
Yeah.
just follow it. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
I'm back. I'm back now. I love it.
You love what you do. You can't
It's in you. You can't quit. I mean, I understand the frustration, and sometimes it's just an out, just to, psychologically to be able to say, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore.
right.
But that's short-lived, because if you're
That's
on your
why
path.
I never get on the internet. And I've been, there are times when I want to get on there and let people know I'm going to retire from doing this. And I'll be like, shut up. You don't know what you're going to be doing next week. Next week,
Okay.
I see somebody doing something, I'm saying, like, you know what? You just gave up on yourself. You can't even be mad at nobody.
Right, exactly. Don't you dare give up. I
That's
mean, and I love the fact that you're doing so many different things.
Yeah.
You're such a creative and a beautiful person. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on the show.
Yeah,
I was
really happy.
I was nervous. I had my water, my NAC, and I'm like, okay. That's what else I have. My sage. I said,
Okay.
I have to make sure I'm good. Look, the sage is not for y'all. It's for me. Because I'll be like, hold up.
Get it positive, and it worked because you're
You
so
know what the
positive and
song
so
says? Sage in
wonderful.
the air. So guess what? We had sage in the air.
Sage in the air. I love it.
Mine's on 10. The sage in the air.
Oh my goodness, Alyze, you are so, so cool. Tell everybody if you want to just leave us with some inspiring words. Sometimes artists like to sing a little something, and then just, whatever you want to say, and then give us your social media as well.
Well, I will say, it's kind of funny. Like if they want to sing or anything that they want to do, like I always push the fact that if you believe in you, nobody can stop you. Long as you believe in yourself. And if you do go into this music business, film business, whatever business you're in, remember the end of the word business. Okay. And I think that people want to go in there and hope for hope they get that's cool if you get it. I don't have a deal. I'm an entrepreneur. So therefore it's a little bit different for me. But at the same time, for those people who do want a deal, just know that even in that place, in that space of it, be about your business. Mm-hmm. So that you won't be 10 years down the road crying and on YouTube talking junk about, who did you wrong when you actually played a part in allowing. Okay. So that's why I don't get caught up in artists that talk so much trash. I'm like, oh, so now the label and put all this money in your name is all over the place. You got the blue check, you got everything you need. I'm an entrepreneur. So I'm gonna look at it totally different because I don't have that support. Yeah. My support has to come differently than that situation.
Yeah. But imagine, goodness, if you did, you would use that as a springboard to even bigger.
Exactly. So I tell people, every situation, appreciate it. Appreciate every situation because everybody's situation is different. Mm-hmm. That's what I will say. But also they can follow me at Alyze Elyse. Alyze Elyse on YouTube. They can follow. I'm not really on YouTube as much. Facebook, I am Alyze Elyse. And Alyze Elyse is always spelled Alyze. I don't know why people can't really pronounce it. I was thinking about changing it to like AE so that'd be easier.
We got it right. But we got it right.
ALYZEELYSE. And they can find me on Twitter up under that name on my Google. If they Google me, they can find everything they need right there.
There you go. Okay. That's perfect. And Instagram. She's got a lot of followers.
Instagram, please come to Instagram. They can come on there. I'm starting doing some little videos. I'm going to try to do more videos, but I got to focus on these new movies. And then I'm ready to release these new songs. So I'm just going to start releasing songs because my Spotify is doing really, really good. I'm just like, you know what? I got listeners that are acting like they love a girl. So I'm going to keep on sending them the songs because I got a whole collection of them for them.
Keep them coming. And listen, we ended on such a great note. We're getting ready to go on hiatus. So typically we do the HUR at Home music nights every Thursday, but we're going to take a few weeks off. So we thought we'd end it with you. So thank you for such a fun conversation. I followed you. I would love it if you follow me back.
I will. I will look
at good.
And I will follow the beautiful. Yes, I'm going to follow you.
Was that subtle? Nope. I just put it right out there. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone who took the time to comment. We'll be back in a few weeks. Yes, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you stream her music. Can be found everywhere on all platforms. Just Google her. Alyze Elyse, and if you Google her, you'll find everything, but make sure you buy her music. She's an entrepreneur, so that kind of support is the most important. I just enjoy being here with you every Wednesday night with my girl, Autumn Joy, on the A-List, and every Thursday night with all the best artists that I know you want to know. So thank you for being a part of it. If you are here tonight live, then I know you enjoyed it. If you want to watch it back at any time, it's going to live on WHUR's YouTube page, Facebook page, and of course, WHUR.com. Follow us at WHUR-FM on all platforms. And while you're at it, follow me too, at Angela Stribling on all platforms. Thank you so much. And thanks for keeping us the #1 music station in the DMV. You know we love you. Have a good night.